Hey, what's going on everyone? Justin here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is going to be a very quick episode on upgrading the wing on my 2011 Lotus Evora S to a carbon fiber one that I found on eBay. It was literally the cheapest carbon fiber wing I could find, similar to HK Fever. It's like the GT4 wing replica. And so basically I'll just be doing a quick unboxing and getting it fitted, because even though the shape of my car is not really appropriate for this type of upgrade, I did want to see what the quality was like. I was curious on that, so I figured, hey, it's 4 bolts. Let me just throw this thing on and see what it looks like. So stand by. I'll be jumping right in. Okay, well, here's the box. I made it all the way from China. And basically, they gave me incorrect tracking info, so I opened up a case on having not received it. It took about a month and a half. Actually, about 2 months now by this, this date. But we'll see if it's worth it. So packaging looks okay. A lot of foam in here. Definitely wrapped multiple times, and then another layer. It's going to take a little bit to open this up. So overall impressed with the way it was packed, though. It looks like they got some 3M tape, I guess, to glue it down. Hoping I'm not going to have to use too much of that. I was really hoping for just a bolt-on, bolt-off affair, but we'll see. So I'm going to get this opened up and see what it actually looks like. All right, well, I got it unboxed, and first impressions are it's a carbon fiber wing. I was actually expecting it to be not assembled, right? I thought I was going to have to put it together because the end caps, these are very obviously bolted on here. And so I was actually expecting it to be shipped in a couple different pieces, but it's already assembled. Looks like it's ready to go. There's wires here. I guess this is for pulling the electrical wiring through. But overall fit and finish looks very nice. It's got ML-829 written on the bottom as a model code, I guess. But yeah, clear coat looks good. The carbon fiber itself looks pretty good. No discoloration. You know, for the price I paid, I'm happy. And so now we got to see how this thing's going to actually get bolted up. So, looking at the factory wing. The factory wing has a brake light. There's 2 bolts that hold that on. That's it. Some Allen screws, and then there's 4 screws, 2 on each side for the wing itself. And so I'm thinking I'm just going to remove these 2 on each side. I might have to chase some wiring out, and then I'll just be able to mock up the carbon fiber one. So let's do it. Well, just as I suspected, 4 bolts, secure it to the bottom, and the one wiring, this is on the right side of the car. So I just gently remove this, unplugged it, and you're just left with a couple of gaskets. So you got the gaskets on both sides. So I'm going to get those cleaned up and put the new wing on. Okay, one challenge here is this wire for the brake light. I have to pull it through, and it won't come through because the connector on the end. So I'm going to de-pin this, and then that way these wires will not have the connector attached, and I can loop it through, run it through the new wing, reconnect this connector properly, pinned properly so that it'll connect just like factory. So I'll be doing that shortly. Well, I just wanted to test out the threads by hand tightening in the hardware that came off the OEM wing, and I noticed it wasn't really threading in gracefully. I don't want to struggle with this thing when I'm trying to bolt it up, so I'm just chasing all the threads. I actually didn't even see the metal inserts, but I used a magnet to determine that there were metal inserts there. They were just covered in carbon. So I'm just gently tapping this, being careful not to bottom out into the carbon. And I'm going to just clean the threads up really good so that, like I said, the hardware will go in. I might have to use shorter bolts, but we'll see when I get it all together if that's going to be the case. Because, like I said, I don't want the bolts bottoming out either. Not much thread here to play with, so we'll see. All right, well, in the typical nothing's ever as easy as it first seems scenario, I had to extend the wires. So the wires from the third brake light, they were entering on the wrong side, and it just wasn't long enough. So extended the wires, I soldered in and put heat shrink in both sides, repinned the factory connector, and now I'm ready to bolt it up. All right, so here's the end result. Definitely took a little bit longer than I thought. I'd say difficulty overall was like a 2 out of 10 to now maybe a 3.5 out of 10. I think that's a fair assessment. Just wanted to point out, I did have to use stainless hardware. You don't have to make it stainless, but I did have to use different hardware underneath. So I used, these are M6 by 25 millimeter button socket head bolts. The 20 millimeter that were factory weren't long enough. Like I said, I chased the threads. That was M6 by 1.0 millimeter thread pitch. And then I had to extend the wires overall. It was about 12 inches, give or take. So you got the third brake light. I didn't actually test it yet, but I'm confident that it went back the way it was, so I'll test it later. But you could see this thing fits pretty well. Overall quality, I mean, it looks a little bit cheaper, the carbon fiber, than some of the other carbon fiber that I've seen, but for the price point, I'm not going to complain. And then underneath the fit for the third brake light, there's a little bit of a gap here. Not super happy about that, but I'll get over it. Not the worst thing. Outside of that, you know, I'm sure that the clear coat on this is not UV protected, so this will be PPF'd once I get the car on the road, just to make sure it doesn't turn to crap in like a season. But besides that, I think it looks pretty good. So awesome upgrade, I think. Love to hear your feedback on it. Don't be intimidated by the Chinese stuff, and then this is definitely something you can do yourself. So if you like the video, like, subscribe, and stay tuned for the next upgrades. Thank you.